Maya Chen had been invisible for 4 years. The quiet woman who served breakfast at 0600, lunch at 1200, and dinner at 1800 to wounded soldiers at Walter Reed Military Hospital. She wore her hair in a bun, kept her head down, and never said more than, "What can I get you?" to the recovering warriors who came through her line. When the terrorist assault team breached the hospital perimeter and zip-tied her wounded soldiers, Maya didn't scream like the other kitchen staff. Instead, she calmly removed her apron, reached under the industrial freezer, and pulled out a weapon that made the nearest terrorist's eyes widen in terror. That's when everyone realized the hospital cook wasn't who she appeared to be, because Maya Chen was actually Ghost Lotus, the world's most lethal female assassin. Walter Reed Military Hospital sat in the heart of Washington, D.C., the most prestigious institution of American military medicine. Here, wounded soldiers from worldwide operations received treatment, prosthetic specialists developed life-changing technologies, and psychologists worked to heal the invisible wounds of war. Maya Chen, 32 years old, had been working in the kitchen for exactly 4 years and 3 months. Her real identity was codenamed Ghost Lotus, a phantom who eliminated impossible targets in the CIA's most classified operations. 87 confirmed eliminations across 15 countries during 6 years of active duty. The transformation hadn't happened overnight. Her final mission was in North Korea, rescuing captured American agents. The mission was successful, but what Maya saw there changed everything. One of the agents she rescued was a young soldier who had lost both legs, but still had hope burning in his eyes. That night, Maya decided she no longer wanted to take lives. She wanted to save them. Her request to leave the CIA was denied. Ghost Lotus was too valuable, but Maya offered an alternative: deep cover operation. She would serve as a covert security specialist at critical military installations. Walter Reed was perfect. Enemy agents constantly tried to infiltrate the hospital, targeting wounded soldiers or attempting to steal sensitive medical information. Maya's job was to stop them, but no one would know. For 4 years, she'd performed flawlessly. Daily meals for 400 people, perfect hygiene standards, never a single complaint. But in reality, she woke every morning at 4:30 to secretly check the hospital's security protocols. She knew every entrance, every potential weak point, every piece of equipment that could be weaponized if necessary. Under the industrial freezer, wrapped in waterproof plastic and hidden behind cleaning supplies, was a weapons cache she'd carefully assembled over 4 years. The wounded soldiers called her Mom. The woman who cooked well was reliable, always had hot coffee ready. None of them questioned her background. Her favorite patient was Colonel Michael Rodriguez. He'd lost his leg in Iraq and was going through prosthetic adaptation. Maya brought him extra portions every day, watching his progress with quiet pride. "Mom, you're an angel," Rodriguez would say, laughing. "There's definitely magic in your cooking." Maya would smile and say, "My secret ingredient is care." But the real secret was much more dangerous. Everything changed on November 15th at 5:45 a.m. Maya was preparing breakfast service when the first explosion shook Walter Reed's outer perimeter. Her trained ears immediately identified the sound as coordinated rocket fire. The second blast came 20 seconds later, closer, more precise. Hospital alarms screamed, "All personnel to secure positions." This is not a drill. Through the kitchen window, Maya watched the systematic destruction unfold. This wasn't random terrorism. It was a professional military operation designed to isolate the hospital from outside support. Then she saw the infiltration team. 12 figures in black tactical gear moved through the chaos with deadly precision, heading directly toward the wounded soldier's ward. Maya's blood turned to ice as she recognized their target pattern. They were coming for Rodriguez and her boys. At that moment, Maya Chen, the cook, died. Ghost Lotus was reborn. She removed her hair tie and apron with movements that were calm, deliberate, and absolutely lethal. From under the industrial freezer, she retrieved her waterproof case. The tactical knife felt like an extension of her soul. For the first time in 4 years, the world's deadliest female assassin was back on active duty. The transformation was instant. Her posture shifted, movements became fluid and predatory. Eyes held the cold focus of someone who had killed 87 people and was prepared to make it more. Moving through smoke and chaos with supernatural awareness, she accessed the hospital's damaged security system and pieced together the attack pattern. The terrorists had inside information. They knew shift changes, defensive positions, everything. Cross-referencing access logs revealed the traitor, Dr. James Patterson, security director, whose bank record showed payments for intelligence over the past year. But finding the traitor didn't help rescue her captured soldiers. Through security cameras, she watched as 15 wounded warriors, including Rodriguez, were loaded into unmarked vehicles. Using the hospital's intelligence database, Maya identified 3 possible locations where professional kidnappers could hold 15 American prisoners. Her analysis eliminated 2 options, leaving an abandoned Soviet installation 40 kilometers east of Washington. Maya faced a choice: wait for official rescue operations that would take days to organize, or attempt a solo extraction. The intel suggested the soldiers would be moved to a permanent location within 12 hours. The decision was easy. Rodriguez and the others had spent their careers rescuing people from impossible situations. They deserved the same commitment. Maya spent 2 hours preparing. Her loadout was precise: high-accuracy weapons, minimal equipment for maximum mobility, specialized breach tools. The 8-hour approach through hostile terrain tested every skill she'd developed as Ghost Lotus. But Maya moved like a phantom, unseen and unstoppable. The Soviet facility was heavily defended, 20 guards, multiple checkpoints, professional security protocols, but they were watching for escapees, not infiltrators. Maya began her assault at 3 a.m. when human alertness reached its lowest point. One by one, she neutralized perimeter guards with techniques that left them unconscious but alive. This was rescue, not revenge. Electronic locks, motion sensors, communication systems all fell to skills she'd perfected during classified operations. Maya was a ghost moving through enemy territory. She found them in the central building. All 15 wounded soldiers conscious but zip-tied, including Rodriguez, who looked up as she appeared in the doorway. "Maya," he whispered, confusion turning to recognition. "Codename Ghost Lotus, CIA Special Operations," she replied quietly, cutting his restraints. "Time to go home." The extraction became a coordinated assault by 16 elite warriors against enemies who expected to guard prisoners, not fight America's most dangerous military personnel. Maya's rescue mission became a devastating defeat for the terrorist forces. The battle lasted 25 minutes and ended with complete destruction of the hostile operation. During the return journey, Rodriguez approached Maya with questions burning in his eyes. "Who exactly has been cooking my breakfast for 4 years?" Maya looked at him with the calm expression of someone who'd found peace between 2 worlds. "Someone who wanted to feed people instead of ending them," she replied. "Someone who learned that sometimes you don't choose your role when your people need you." The debrief took hours and resulted in classified reports that would influence special operations doctrine. Maya's performance earned offers for reinstatement to active duty with any unit in the military, along with promotions representing the pinnacle of special warfare careers. She declined them all. "I'm not ready to be a full-time warrior again," she told Rodriguez, "but I won't pretend to be just a cook when my people are in danger." There's middle ground that works for everyone. 6 months later, Maya was assigned to a classified program placing former Special Operations personnel in support roles at military installations worldwide. Her official position, Food Service Supervisor. Her real mission, security oversight and crisis response for high-value military personnel. She still served breakfast at 0600, lunch at 1200, and dinner at 1800. But now she did it with full knowledge and support of commanders who understood that sometimes the most effective protection came from guardians who looked exactly like everyone else. The wounded soldiers at Walter Reed continued their recovery with confidence, knowing their base was protected by someone who'd proven willing to walk through hell to bring them home. Maya found peace in the balance between her identities. She was the cook who ensured America's warriors were well fed and ready. She was also the guardian who could transform from protective to deadly in heartbeats when circumstances demanded it. Under the industrial freezer wrapped in waterproof plastic, her weapons cache waited. She hoped never to need it again. But hope wasn't a strategy that kept people alive when everything went wrong. Maya had learned that when the impossible became necessary, she would be ready. Not because she wanted to fight, but because she discovered the greatest act of love was being willing to become dangerous for the people you'd sworn to protect. The kitchen would always be there when the battle was over. Until then, she would be whatever her people needed her to be. Sometimes the most important battles are fought by people whose names never appear in history books. Maya Chen was living proof that heroism doesn't always announce itself, that strength doesn't always wear uniforms, and that sometimes the most effective protection comes from guardians who look exactly like everyone else. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories like this.